Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well and you can hear me. So we got a couple cases today. Now the first one's not criminal. We're going back to Texas. This judge is outstanding. She just is. We see her every once in a while. I can't remember her name. Yeah, Texas 295th, I think. So we got a pro se who, can't afford her lawyer, so tries to do it herself in front of this judge. They just don't make them like they do in Texas, guys. We never get to see this judge. We just hear her, but she's great.
If I can go ahead and get the appearances of the parties, please. Plaintiff first.
For me, Your Honor. Don Thomas here for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Kylie Abahuedi, I'm the defendant.
Okay, great. Thank you. What is your first name?
Kylie,
Spell it for me.
Kyle.
Okay, thank you. I believe that this is your motion to dismiss. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed. Please make sure you keep your voice up.
Absolutely. Your Honor, I do have an amended motion. May I bring it forward?
Yeah.
And I have copies
Do you
for
give a copy to opposing counsel?
I have a copy for him.
Okay. Thank you.
I can't scroll down. My YouTube chat. There's no scroll. It's a feed. I'll fix it.
All right. Mr. Thomas, you may be seated until you're arguing.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
So I just want to say,
You need to speak up, please. Please.
can you hear me now?
A bit better, but not much.
Okay. I have scheduled this motion to dismiss today. And I don't have money for an attorney, and neither does my mom. So I'm here representing our case on my own. And I obviously don't have any legal history, so just bear with me. I want to go ahead and say that the plaintiff, is suing us under 2 counts, one for negligence against me and negligence entrustment against my mother. I would like to start by saying the entrustment negligence charge against my mother is invalid because she was not responsible for the car at all. She was just the financial co-signer to the car. She had no say-so in who has access to going into the car or riding it. It's complete. I was the main holder of that title on the car. And so that's the first charge. And the second charge is a negligence charge against me. Your Honor, there was no police report, medical report at the scene. When we parted ways, that was supposed to be it. There was no conclusion. We weren't supposed to move forward with anything. And this has been going on for 4 years. And there is a lack of evidence. There's no medical report connecting me to the scene. The photographs submitted by the plaintiff are not from the scene. They're from a different parking lot. Also at the place, after plaintiff had asked me to follow him after he got out of his car 1.5 miles away from where the incident allegedly happened. I didn't make contact with him. We had stopped and he came out of his car and he asked me to follow him to a parking lot that's 1.5 miles away. And we did, and he was taking pictures of my insurance and my ID, and he would not give me his insurance or his ID. And so he was negligent in exchanging information. I'm not sure how one person can not follow procedure, but then go and take legal action against someone, especially when we parted ways. That was supposed to be it. And second, and another thing, Your Honor, I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking matters into my own hands in regards to the plaintiff's counsel. He is involved. He
Like this pro se person, V. That's how I fixed it. Because I'm a problem solver. Sure am.
has made it clear to me that he is involved with the Montrose Center, where a place I received rehabilitation and housing when I was younger. And he was telling me that, he volunteered there, and that's conflict of interest. And he keeps bringing it up. And he brought it up for the second time in front of the court reporter. And I don't know why he keeps doing that. So I'm just letting it be known that I'm also filing things to the board. Complaints against the plaintiff lawyer.
Okay, let me just make sure. I thought we were here on your filing a motion to dismiss under 91A.
No, that was the other one. That was the old one, Your Honor.
I see. So you filed and requested a hearing under your motion to dismiss the 91A.
That was the first one. This is the amended.
Okay, so, and then today you're coming in and having me look at a new motion.
Yes.
Have you filed this even yet?
No, Your Honor. That's why I brought a copy for everyone physically.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
I also, sorry, one last thing, Your Honor. This is the second lawyer the plaintiff has had as well.
This is the second one?
Second attorney the plaintiff has had.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Tiles?
This is the evidence, if I may bring it to you,
Sure.
that was submitted by the plaintiff himself. There is no damage on it. He's suing for $205,000. There is not a single damage to the car. And it wasn't even taken at the scene. This is not considered evidence.
Okay,
This is a Toyota Corolla. This is nothing left to do.
okay. You may go back to council's table. All right?
Your Honor?
Yeah.
Your Honor, first of all, this is the first I'm seeing of this amended motion. As the court has already pointed out, this was originally set as a hearing. The amended motion today looks more like a summary judgment or a no evidence summary judgment. So I'm going to object to the court even considering this amended motion, which hasn't even been filed yet, at least at today's hearing. The other issue, as I pointed out in our response to the 91A motion, is that 91A is a non-evidentiary motion.
It's just, that's just a sentence that I never thought I would say myself. I never ever want another baby goat. But Mel, you live and you learn. But seriously, so cute. So freaking cute though, right?
To dismiss is based purely on pleadings. So this various evidence has been supplied to the court. I'm also going to object to the photo and any testimony by Ms. Monrose regarding what happened, what didn't happen, in particular about the lack of exchange of information and lack of preparation. That is not proper for 91A motion to dismiss. It is based purely on the pleadings. So petition and defendant's answer. That's it. I've also objected in my response to the motion that this is untimely. It should have been filed 45 days after a response to pleading was filed and served upon the defendant. We are now several months later on that, and therefore it shouldn't even be set for a hearing. Likewise, the hearing was supposed to be the motion was supposed to be filed 21 days prior to the hearing. It was filed on March 9th. Today is March 23rd. It has been roughly 14 days, not the full 21 days. It is not right for this court to even determine whether or not the motion to dismiss is proper.
Okay, but you're waiving that on the 91A, correct?
No, Your Honor, we're not waiving that.
We have to come back?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Also,
Back to my original question, you're waiving that 21 days, correct?
yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The other issue is, Your Honor, that, but not waiving the issue is that it's still untimely.
Untimely, I get that.
Okay. The other issue brought up is the motion to disqualify from this proceeding. Defendant is accurate that I did mention that I worked for the Montrose Center. I've only volunteered there once, Your Honor, and I never met with defendant at all prior to her coming into my office, unrelated to my volunteering at the Montrose Center. It was based purely on this case. The reason why I brought it up at the deposition was because I was trying to establish that prior to her coming into my office, I never met her. And in order for her to maintain her motion to disqualify me, she needs to show some actual prejudice or harm. She has just, it's vague sort of suspicions of possible, I might know some confidential information, which I can see that the Montrose Center is a very important institution in this city.
No, what about number 6, Bren? Number 6 didn't.
That helps people like the defendant, but I have no access to any sort of confidential information or any prejudice defendant in this case.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Right?
Way better when an Australian calls you champ. Bren. Margaret, you made my day. That was awesome.
Give me one quick second, please.
One X was plenty for me too, Nan. Oof. Oof.
All right, response, reply. This is your motion, so you get a reply.
Yes, Your Honor. So in the recording for the deposition, so he actually did confess to giving me all this information involuntarily. That is a trigger for me. So I'm just letting you know. And in the beginning, I did let you know that I am obviously the first motion to dismiss had mistakes in it. So that's why I gave you guys a new one.
Okay. So on the
Judge, you need to stop. She's triggered. She just told you she was triggered. Let her relax.
91A motion to dismiss, which is the motion that I have set today, all right, that is going to be denied. The court is now looking at your amended motion to dismiss, which appears to be a motion for summary judgment, that he doesn't have sufficient evidence, okay, to proceed forward. That is a completely different motion that has required deadlines of 21 days, 7 days, hearings that have to be complied with. You can't just walk in the court and hand the motion to the judge and say, I want to have this considered. So you need to go back and look at the rules for motions for summary judgment, okay? Because this is not it. So I need an order denying the 91A.
It's been brought up with the court, Your Honor.
I am not denying this motion. But this motion has to be properly filed. I will start by signing it because my copy is not signed.
Would you like me to sign it now or for future?
I can certainly take it and have you sign it, but you will still need to properly file it.
Yes, ma'am. Coming up. A motion for expansion schedule as well.
Okay,
Does that, I have to cancel that and then schedule the judgment summary?
I am so sorry, but I am prohibited from giving you any type of legal advice. And that certainly would qualify as legal advice.
Yeah, but she wants to. She wants to say, well, she wants to swear, but she wants to, but she just can't. You can't. Is this clip the one that's I'm educated in the law? I think so. Hold on. Oh, I lost it. You probably hear it and can't even see it. It's gone. You just try one more time. Nope. Nothing gets to work for me when I want it to work. It's fine. But Cal, what do you mean by that? 'Cause
Ma'am, you're gonna wait.
I'm guessing cow is a bad thing, but what does it mean to you guys when someone's a cow? She was loud, she was obnoxious, she was what? We need more information. Because it means a little bit different here, I think.
Take these with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna file what's been titled as defendant's amended motion to dismiss in the record today.
Yes, Your Honor.
On the motion to disqualify, I'm not sure I actually understand. Has there been a motion to disqualify filed? Because I don't see one in the record.
Your Honor, if I could just point you to the original motion that we are here today, the 91A. If you look at page 2, section 5, its title is motion to disqualify plaintiff's counsel. In an abundance of caution, I responded to it because it was brought up as a motion that I thought I needed to respond to.
It's still valid. I feel uncomfortable with you.
T, I honestly don't remember 3, 2, 1 minute ago if I said thank you. But thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you.
Any evidence that he had access to your records?
He confessed on the tape while it was being recorded that he did disclose this information, which makes me feel very unsafe, Your Honor. How would you feel if you received housing and rehabilitation and then the person suing you, their lawyer, all of a sudden has a connection to the place that gave you housing? That's uncomfortable.
Okay, so when you address the court, you need to stand up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, how did you know?
But, Your Honor, you don't understand. How would you feel if you were eating pizza and you found out that the person who is suing you eats pizza? I want him gone. He has triggered me.
I have no idea. Sorry. How would he?
No.
Your Honor, I volunteered there, like I said, once at the Montrose Center.
How did you know to tell her that?
So what happened is she came into my office with a protective order that she filed because we originally tried to subpoena her for deposition. She came into my office. That's when I first realized that she's trans, and I sued her under her dead name. It makes me a little uncomfortable. I never want to dead name someone or use someone's inappropriate pronouns. So I just sort of mentioned, I know the Montrose Center, I volunteered there. They do help people with name changes. You might want to reach out to them so that we can avoid this sort of uncomfortable me having to dead name you. I didn't want to do that. And so that's why I mentioned it, Your Honor.
Okay, so you did.
So I think, like, he sued Brian instead of Kylie. So the guy was like, you know, this center right here is really great with helping people get their name changed. I volunteer there. So I know they do a good job helping people change their names legally. That's his connection to this center that provides her housing and assistance. That's his connection.
you did not say, I know you were receiving services through the Montrose Center. You were trying to refer her to the Montrose Center for help with a name change.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have evidence that shows anything else?
No, Your Honor, just him admitting that he did say that to me the first time we met and bringing it up in the second time.
So you agree that what he did was to refer you to the Montrose Center for a name change?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I felt very unsafe the second he said that, Your Honor. I'm in panic mode. Like, I really am.
Why?
Because this is something very personal and something very, isn't there something they're supposed to sign?
That is personal.
My connection.
You might want to have a name change?
The fact that there's a connection and he felt comfortable enough to bring it up.
Okay, but he didn't say, I know you're a client at the Montrose Center?
Well, after he found that out. No, but he brought it up the second time in front of the court reporter, and I'm sure they have to sign something for confidentiality. Just if he's aware that I was there, why would he bring it up in front of the court reporter?
Okay, motion to
Let go my San Diego.
disqualify is a very serious motion that requires very serious evidence. Okay, and I don't see that evidence here. So the motion to disqualify to the extent it is actually set today will be denied. Submit an order.
I think that's included with our order for the motion to dismiss.
He already submitted the orders. That's 2 orders. She asked him to submit. He already submitted them. He's like, yeah, Judge, I know.
2 parts, Your Honor.
Not that I saw.
Okay, I will make sure to amend that before 5 today.
Oh, JK, if it was, you would be in jail.
Oh, I take that back. It is.
You thought I was going to say I in that sentence, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be dismissed?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fred, no, I'm not coming after you. You're fine. And that is why I asked specifically, what does cow mean there? Because here it means something different. Because I knew. Okay. We're just gonna do a little quickie in between.
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor?
I'm good. This is 25 F6 1089 State versus Willie Norman. We're here, Mr. Norman, earlier than April 2nd because I received a report from St. Joseph County Community Corrections regarding a violation of pretrial home detention, and so I issued a warrant. And so I just wanted to set the matter for hearing so we could discuss that. I know we have further status on April 2nd. I know you have a new misdemeanor offense that's been charged that's also set for hearing on April 2nd.
Yes, Your Honor.
So is there anything that you wanted to say regarding the alleged violation of pretrial home detention?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to say, when you sent me out, I came in and your secretary, I came to talk to you, but she told me to give the Dukem Center people a call, but I kept on trying to call and check in with her to get a weekly schedule to where I could go and get that evidence and stuff for you that you sent me out to get in the first place on house arrest. But when I was on house arrest and everything, the dude that I was doing house arrest with, he had his daughters move back in the house with him. So with him and giving him his respect and everything, with his daughters living with him and everything, I got a tent and I still was on house arrest, but I stayed on the side of his house with the extension cord plugged into my house arrest band. And I think I have violated or it went off or something. And a police officer from South Bend came out to Mishawaka and came to get me. And I just listened to what the police officer said. And he said, get in the car. So I got in the car with him. And then he said, I'm going to find a place for you to stay. I think he was thinking I was homeless with the beard and everything and living on the side of the house in a tent plugged up into the tent. So he took me to the hospital. And then when I got to the hospital, a whole bunch of nurses and officers jumped me and injected me with 3 different types of needles. And then I was out for the count and woke up in the county jail again, man.
Okay. Well,
I was like, wow, how can I keep on getting harassed if, I'm like, this is just I just want to stay in the jail until we get all of this situated. I don't need no house arrest no more, man.
You don't know why I'm here.
right. I'm revoking the order for house arrest, Mr. Norman. I don't think that was a workable solution. So we have further hearing on April 2nd in this case.
I think they thought I was homeless or something.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. But I'm revoking the order for pretrial home detention. We'll be back April 2nd for further status on the issue of the motion to suppress. So
thank you, Your
I'll
Honor.
have my order before then. It will get to you over in the jail.
And I have that evidence for you too. I did gather that real quick while I was out. How do I get that to you, ma'am?
Well, you don't need to get me any evidence, Mr. Norman. You need to file something with the court if there's something that you still need to file. You need to, the evidence is yours for trial if we get to the point that we're going to trial.
Your Honor, they put me in oranges to where I can't even get a pen or a piece of paper right now. So I can't.
I am not going to order the jail to do something different than what
he's holding papers in his hand.
Their policies and protocols allow, Mr. Norman.
Dukem Center put me in there.
Mr. Norman, again, I'm not going to order the jail to do something that they would not ordinarily do pursuant to their safety policies and protocols. So we will be back April 2nd at 8:30, and we'll talk further about how we're going to move forward with the case at that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
I want to go out for a couple of drinks with Liz. Me and Judge Hurley going out for a couple of drinks.
Jamie Winston.
That would be great. We would have stories.
This is 25 F572, State versus Jamie Winston. Good morning, Ms. Winston.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, we're here.
Oh, you know what? That was the end. But when I was making this clip, I wasn't done with Liz. I wasn't ready to end yet. So I just tacked her on to the end. Nothing crazy happens, but we do get 60 more seconds of Judge Hurley.
Because, hang on one second, that Community Corrections filed a notice of violation, requested that we issue a warrant. That warrant has since issued. My question for you is whether or not you plan to hire a lawyer or if you're asking that I appoint a lawyer for you.
Appoint a lawyer, please.
Had you been working before you were arrested?
No.
All right. We'll show the appointment of counsel. We'll come back March 27th at 8:30 and your lawyer will be here for you that day.
What day did you say, Your Honor?
March 27th.
March 27th. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. March 27th.
Yep.
Now she's
Is that everyone in the jail?
It is. Sorry for all the delays today.
Oh, no. You're good. Thanks.
see, she's
Can you write it
nice.
down for me? 'Cause I can't remember.
Have a good day.
22nd.
You too.
She was very nice to that guard, but she was in. You'd hear her voice. She was in an annoyed mood. When she's in that mood, you never know. You never know when she's gonna pop off, and it's glorious when she pops off. Okay, A or B. We're gonna do both. So let's just do this one. This is for all the grandmas. Grandmas versus moms.
Is now in session, the Honorable Regina Stallworth presiding.
Thank you. Please be seated.
It gets me when he does family court. Well, I mean, not family court. I mean, this isn't a criminal case we're watching, okay? Because he does so many criminal cases, and you see him talk to the inmates and the criminals. And, he's very harsh sometimes. This judge he's true. Like, he's right in their face, tells them how bad they're doing, what bad life choices they're doing. And, he has to be, because they're criminals, so he can't be, But now he also does the family court. And you're waiting for him to snap like he does with the criminal cases, which you really just can't do in family court. You gotta keep that calm, cool, and collected.
Okay, this is cause number 4060-22308-JP122. I'm just going to go around and identify folks for the record. Your name, sir?
Gavin Christopher Williams, I'm the father.
Thank you.
Kelly Losi, grandmother.
Thank you.
Aaron Morantes, I'm the grandfather.
Thank you. And online, your name for the record?
Catherine Pettigrew, the mom.
Thank you. And we're here today for a third-party custody request. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Saul Matthews, are you ready to proceed?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. Let me first ask, Dad, are you objecting to the request for the third-party custody?
For them to have custody of our son?
Yes.
No.
All right. Mom, are you objecting?
Yes.
Okay. Then Ms. Saul Matthews, you may proceed.
So, Your Honor, I do have 3 witnesses that are appearing by Zoom. They're from Lake County. So the first one that I would call would be Kelly Kopolis. She is the DCS attorney for Lake County.
Oh my gosh, her name's Kelly. Uh-oh.
Kelly, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right. We cannot see you.
Let's see, Your Honor. Thank you. I apologize.
That's all right. If you'll raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Attorney Kelly Kopolis with the Lake County Division of DCS.
And are you familiar with the Chins matter involving Octavius Pettigrew?
I am. That is my assigned ongoing case.
And how long has that case been pending?
I'm not sure, but it's been more than 2 years for sure, Your Honor.
Okay. And you are aware that Ms. Losi has filed a third-party custody petition?
Yes, we are aware.
Okay. And is DCS in favor of that of proceeding in that manner?
DCS has no objection to Ms. Losi obtaining custody. She's the preferred placement at this time, and DCS has no problem with her having the child.
Okay, that's all I need from you. Thanks, Kelly. I'll let you get back to what you need to do.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, Ms. Couples. Dad, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Ms. Pettigrew, do you have any questions for this witness?
No.
Thank you. Now you can have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Thank you.
All right. Next witness would be Natasha Walter. She is the caseworker.
I already know I'm going to be a spectacular grandma. I already know, because I learned so much raising 3 kids that I know it all now. Guys, I don't know if you've seen this TikTok. It's been going around. These toddlers start crying. They start screaming, right? Throwing a tantrum. And then the mom or dad just stops what they're doing and they start calling out for Jessica. Jessica, where are you? Jessica. Sometimes angry, sometimes like scared, sometimes, but they start calling out for Jessica. Jessica, where are you? Jessica. So last night I'm at work. And let me finish first. The toddlers all stop throwing tantrums. They just do. They get scared. They don't know who Jessica is. They don't know what's going on. And tantrum ends instantly. It's like instant stops. It's amazing. I wish I knew this when my children were very tiny. It works. I'll tell you how I know. Last night I was at work. And the show is over. And one of there was a couple with about 8 children, very young, and there was a toddler, and they sat way in the front. Unfortunately, that means they're like the last to get out of the theater, where they're at. So they're at their tables. They had 2 tables because one wasn't big enough for them. All their kids. And we had a couple buses in, and buses leave situations much slower than like a normal crowd. When a show is over, they get up, they leave. Buses can't do that. They have to talk to each other. All of them have to talk to all of them till they get out the door. So it takes forever. This family's stuck way at the bottom waiting for everybody to leave. I'm standing there, sort of near them. I got a trash can ready and a cart ready to get the dishes and everything off the table. We got to clear the dining room. So I'm standing there waiting. This kid starts screaming and yelling yesterday. Dad picks him up, and that made it worse. Violently starts trying to get to mom. Kicking, scratching, punching, trying to get to mom. Screaming at the top of his lungs. He gets to mom. Once he gets to mom, he stops violently trying to leave, but he's still screaming his head off. And I go over to that table, and I'm looking up, and the ceilings we have are huge, all right, and there's all these lanterns all over the ceilings. So I start looking way up at these little lanterns, and I start pretty loudly calling for Jessica. Now, to make it worse, this whole family speaks 3 words of English among them. All right, they were Asian, so I don't know what they speak. I don't know exactly which dialect they speak, but they just don't speak English. So I wasn't sure if this was even gonna work. I mean, I start screaming, Jessica, Jessica, and he stops. I mean, instantly he stops screaming, and the toddler gets a little nervous. He's in mom's arms. He starts looking around, and then I don't even look at the family. I don't look at the parents. I just walk up to the table, and then I like turn to walk away, and he starts a scream. I turn around, Jessica, boom, stopped instantly. It works. It works. This kid stopped his tantrum, full on tantrum, because you yelled Jessica out loud. Why didn't we know these things when we had our children in Walmart throwing a tantrum with everybody walking by? Yeah, I do bust my tables. Yes. I don't mind busting tables. It gives me one more chance to talk to the guests. Any chance I have to go talk to the guests is better for my tips. So I don't mind busting tables. I take one dish at a time, so I can keep going back. I don't. But that's why I think I'm gonna make a good grandma, because I know so much more now than I did back then. So much more. And I could do things a little righter, more betterer, maybe, if I had a grandchild.
Natasha, can you hear us?
Ms. Walters?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry. I was trying to get to the unmute button. I'm sorry.
That's all right. If you can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Natasha Walters.
And how are you employed, Natasha?
I am employed with Department of Child Services.
And are you familiar with the case involving Octavius Pettigrew?
Yes,
And how are you involved with that case?
I am the family case manager.
And how long have you been involved with Octavius's case?
Since it opened, about a year and a half or so, 2 years, the whole length of the case.
Okay. And you're aware that Ms. Losi has filed a petition for third-party custody over Octavius?
Yes.
And do you believe that that is in Octavius's best interest?
Yes.
And how have the parents been doing so far throughout the DCS case?
Well, Gavin, he completed his parenting education and he does his visits. Sometimes they're a little inconsistent, but he's done what has been asked of the court in regards to his programming. His father's engagement worker did say that he completed the parenting and he didn't need any further assistance. I do get reports from Ms. Kelly. He does have the unsupervised visits and he meets with him on Saturdays, because it was kind of based on mom's visitation schedule. So he meets with Octavius on Saturdays on the days that he cannot work. But yeah, Miss Kelly has reported the inconsistencies with him. Some days he is sick and some days he does not see Octavius. As for Catherine, her visits, she's always kind of had some struggles with being consistent with visits. Sometimes they're consistent, sometimes they're not. Here recently, after she had the twins, we did start back up her visitation. She's really been struggling. The week we had court, I believe she missed all of those visits. And then last week she missed one visit, and that was on Thursday. That was reported to me by Donika this morning. So mom kind of still is struggling with trying to see Octavius. We did try a transition plan with mom to get her to get the child transition back into her care, but that ended up being rescinded due to challenges with mom and housing instability. She ended up she was living in a apartment. She then was evicted from the apartment. She later moved into a trailer home, which then had issues with the people that she lived with there. And then mom hasn't been working due to the pregnancies. A lot of job instability and housing instability. Currently, mom is living at Harbor Maternity Homes where the child is allowed to visit. Child is not allowed to do overnights. Mom stated that she is supposed to move out of the maternity homes and into a apartment in Knox. And I guess the child will be able to visit overnights there, but mom is still not working. So the issue or the threat of housing instability is still there in regards to mom. So mom is still also receiving her individual therapy and home-based casework. And from the conversations that I've had with the providers, it's went on quite a while, and we do not know when mom will be stable enough for us to release Octavius into her care.
So at this point, do you believe it's in Octavius's best interest to be placed with Miss Losi?
Yes.
Those are all the questions I have for Your Honor.
Dad, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Mom, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You may have a good day.
Thank you,
Okay,
Natasha.
thank you. All right, thank you.
You said you had three online?
Yeah, one more, Your Honor. Amber Padilla, she is the CASA for Octavius. Amber, can you hear us?
All right, Ms. Padilla, could you raise your right hand? You're going to have to unmute as well. Why don't you do that first? Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Amber Padilla.
And how are you related to this Chin's matter with Octavius Pettigrew?
I have been the CASA on his case since the case started. I was started on the case in, I think, August of 2024.
And what have you seen from Octavius as far as with being placed with Miss Losi? What have you seen? Has he been improving? Like, where is he at as far as what's going on with his stability?
He has been doing very well with Miss Losi. His language skills have improved. He communicates with me quite well. Large motor wise, he's very active. He's making all of the appropriate milestones. I would say the same with communication, his language skills. He communicates needs and wants very easily. He plays well. He's happy. He sings along to music. He seems to be very settled. He knows their routine. When I'm there, he knows what he should be doing, where he should not be. He follows directions usually on the first time. He's definitely a toddler, but he's happy and plays well.
Me either.
And do you have any concerns about placing Octavius with Kelly?
I do not.
And do you believe that it is in Octavius's best interest to remain with Miss Losi?
Yes, I do.
And what?
Me and Brad just said the same thing, but we meant two completely different things. If you all could just in your heads switch the meanings, so what you thought I meant, just give that one to Brad. What you think he means, you can give that one to me.
What are some concerns that you have with regard to mom and or dad?
Currently just the stability, stable housing, stable income, support system for raising multiple children. Currently Octavius is in a stable environment as well as, a stable preschool or home daycare. He's enrolled for preschool in the fall. I just would like to, for his social, emotional, and academic development, just see him have that continuity of care. So the concerns would be just the stability of the environment if he were to return home.
Do you have any concerns with regard to like parenting time for a mother?
Currently, I would just like it to be monitored. I know DCS was, it had been approved for her to have unsupervised visits. I think just as the twins are so young, just keeping it monitored, making sure that mom has the support she needs as she's adjusting to life with the newborns. I don't have any concerns with mom having visitation, just making sure that she has the support she needs.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the court with regard to your role as Octavius's CASA?
Not at this time.
That's all I have for Your Honor.
Dad, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Mom, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may have a good day, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Saul Matthews, who's next?
Kelly Losi.
Could you please step forward to the witness stand? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Don't worry, guys. We're going to hear from Mom.
Please state your full name for the record.
Kelly Losi.
And who lives there with you?
Me, Mr. Marentes, and Octavius.
Another Kelly? Oof. We are getting assaulted by Kellys today.
And how long has Octavius been in your care?
20 months.
And how are you related to Octavius?
His grandmother.
On which side, paternal or maternal?
Maternal.
Okay. And how old is Octavius?
He's 2 years. He'll be 3 in July.
Okay, and how involved have you been in his life since he was born?
Very involved. I was there the day he was born, in the room, cut his umbilical cord every day.
And you were requesting that this court grant you custody of Octavius.
I do.
Okay. What are some concerns that you have with regard to either mom or dad at this exact juncture?
My concerns are the stability, his daily stability. Right now, he has a routine, just from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to bed. We're currently potty training. Just when we just, I'm sorry, just nervous.
It's okay.
We notice just so, when he comes back and just a little differences when he comes back, just, we know when he's on our schedule from somebody else's schedule, just when he's thrown off a little bit.
What do you see from him when he's thrown off his schedule?
Cranky, if he doesn't have a nap, he throws a fit, he throws himself down, he grabs our glasses off our faces, he's just agitated, he doesn't know how to calm down, he doesn't self-soothe easily, those kinds of things.
Did you try calling out Jessica? Because that works.
And when is the last time that mom had any overnights with Octavius?
In October.
Of last year?
Last year, yes.
Okay. What about dad?
It was before the Chins case started.
Do you have any concerns about Gavin having parenting time with Octavius?
I don't.
Okay. What about Catherine?
I don't. My concerns are to probably stay supervised. Since the case started, they have tried unsupervised multiple times, and each time they have had to go back to going supervised for different reasons. Her following rules, or one time she didn't have food in the house when they looked to do a pop-in. She didn't have enough food, and when they told her to go get the food by noon, she went to a different county, and they had to threaten to call the cops in order for her to reach back out to them. So then they brought him back home and started to do supervised visits again. So it happened a few different times where they did supervised visits.
Okay. And then who has been caring financially for Octavius since he's been in your care?
Myself and Mr. Morantes.
Okay. And are you receiving some sort of a stipend or something like that from DCS?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
And is it the foster stipend or is it something else?
It's the foster stipend.
Okay. And was there a period of time where you were receiving something other than the foster stipend?
Yes, before we got licensed, we got the kinship stipend for the $300 a month.
Okay. And does the amount that you're getting from DCS cover Octavius's care?
It covers his daycare and some of his like food and stuff, a lot of it.
Okay, so anything that's not covered by that, how is that being paid right now?
We cover everything else.
Okay. And so you were requesting that this court grant you legal and physical custody of Octavius?
Yes, please.
And then you're okay with Gavin having unsupervised parenting time, but you're asking the court to have Catherine's parenting time be supervised at this point?
Yes.
Are you comfortable supervising that parenting time, or are you asking that a service provide that?
Either. I am comfortable supervising it. But if the court finds it more suiting to have a company do it, that's fine as well. But I am comfortable. Me and Catherine and Aaron, we all get along. So either way is fine.
Okay. And You heard did you hear the testimony that she is planning to move to Knox?
I did, and she also told me.
Okay. In the event that that would happen, what would you like to see for parenting time?
For parenting time.
Like, do you want her to come here? Do you want to bring Octavius there? Do you want to meet in the middle? Like, what are you thinking?
I do not want to go to Knox, with my schedule. I work full time, and Octavius is full time, but if we can meet in the middle or her coming out to us, it would be great. And I know it's hard because she doesn't have a car. If we could meet somehow in the middle would be beneficial. That would be best, I would assume.
Okay. And does Catherine have a driver's license?
She does, to my knowledge, she does.
Okay. But she does not have a vehicle?
Correct.
Okay. And what is she going to be paying for this housing down in Knox? What's the situation with that? How is she getting that housing?
To my knowledge, she told me it was free. I don't know how, I don't know the stipulations, I don't know anything about this.
And when, there was a lot of talk about her twins, when did she give birth to the twins?
February 8th. She also has a 1-year-old that just turned 1 in February as well.
Okay. And is she, to the best of your knowledge, is she currently employed?
No.
So do you have...
Stop. Can we pause on that for a second? Can you guys just let that sink in? That's 5. I mean, no, that's definitely 4 that we know about. I don't know how many children she has. It might just be 4. Octavius is, I guess, the oldest, and he lives with her mother. Now she had a baby 1 year ago in February, and now she just had twins this February. They live with her. Oof. Oof.
Other concerns about her even being able to financially care for the child?
I absolutely have.
That's all I have for her, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Mom, do you have any questions for this witness?
No.
Thank you. You may step down.
Thank you.
Those are all the witnesses I have, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Just the amount of diapers alone. Just diapers. I'm triggered. Judge, I'm triggered.
Dad, do you have any witnesses or do you wish to testify?
I have any witnesses or wish to testify in the matter?
You do not wish to testify?
I
Do you want to testify?
do I like testify like
You can, whatever you want.
questions like
No, you can tell the court whatever you want the court to know.
I don't have anything else that to my knowledge that needs to be brought to the court's attention at this very moment.
Okay. Mom, would you like to testify?
Sorry.
Yes, you are.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Tell me your full legal name.
Catherine Lee Pettigrew.
And Ms. Pettigrew, you heard the testimony throughout this case so far this morning, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand what this petition is about?
Yes.
What would you like to tell the court?
First, we've been through already one other courthouse and they denied this because of the Lake County judge stating that we were still processing of Octavius Pettigrew coming back home with me. And so I don't know why we had to go to this court because she already got denied for it. And then the other reasons, I heard multiple things about being stable, not having a job. I will be starting a job in Knox when I go there this week, actually. There will be a babysitter already planned for all of the kids. The judge in Lake County stated that I can have unsupervised with a pop-in if I am having a bad day. That is only if I don't sleep, because we all know having multiple kids is very stressful. But I asked the courts that last week if I could have unsupervised, because I'm here in a stable place with being able to provide for everything for him. And my attorney was going to file a motion to go back to court for overnights as soon as I moved to Knox, because he has his own bedroom and I can provide for him I have food stamps, I have WIC, and when I start my job, I can provide more. And then I was supposed to get a car with my taxes once they come. And I just feel like no one's giving me the opportunity to have all 4 of my kids under one roof. It's always, what's mom doing wrong? What is she not doing? Oh, but grandma's doing this, but mom's not. That's not fair, because this case wouldn't even be open if I never met the man that abused me. And it's now going against me, and that's not fair. Like, I should have a say and able to have at least a chance to prove to everyone that I can have and take care of all 4 kids. Yeah, I may have help, but that's fine. Who doesn't need help taking care of kids? And I feel like at least just give me a chance, because this is not okay that I'm just being put on the spot for everyone to judge me, that I feel like I'm being judged because there's so many negative things but not positive things of what I've been doing. And the reasons that were told about the unsupervised visits being changed last year, the other judge from Lake County already dismissed it because of DCFS. They should not have done what they've done, because there was nothing. He was under my care, and the judge stated that if he's under my care, I can say and do what I want with him. All I have to do is notify them, and that was fine. But they took it upon themselves not to go on that path and put it on me. So I always got in trouble for that. And now, since it's back to unsupervised, I feel like once I get to Knox, which is this week in a few days, and by the way, that is 2 years, no rent paid. I don't have to pay rent because I went through a program for domestic violence and for women that have children. It's called the Phoenix. So they have a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom apartment. I'm moving to the 3-bedroom by April. But until then, they're putting me.
So she gets this. There's a rule that's coming up that doesn't make any sense. She gets this house. She's allowed to live in for 2 years, or apartment or whatever. I'm just going to say house. For 2 years, she's allowed to live there. Right? There's a rule. They say that you're not allowed to have children over 1 year of age in there. But she gets it for 2. It's for women with children. She gets it for 2 years.
In the 2-bedroom, so Octavius can have his overnights, and it can start back. So I just feel like I should get the opportunity to have all 4 of my kids under the roof. Yeah, it might be stressful, but I should have the opportunity to do it.
And where are you going to be living in Knox?
I don't know the exact address. They just called me, so I will call them back right after we get done. I will get that address and everything.
And that's through what kind of program?
It's called the Phoenix.
She would be excellent at American Sign Language. She could be a translator. The way she speaks with her hands, she would slide right into that position and have a job.
It's a domestic violence and a women with kids program. They just help with housing, and it's 2 years.
Ms. Saul Matthews, do you have any questions for this witness?
I do, Your Honor.
Is it tomorrow, Kelly? It's not tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? That's so fast. April
8th. What job are you starting down in Knox?
I applied to 2, what's it called? 2 stores, and I have interviews as soon as I get down there.
Okay, so you've not actually accepted a job at this point?
Not accepted, no.
Okay. What are the two stores that you have interviews with?
Dollar General and 5 Star.
And do you currently have a vehicle?
No.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna
you said that
hire
you
her.
have-
We can all pitch in and pay her to be our sign language interpreter for all of our streams. She can interpret chat. That will be her job. Her job will put her in the corner, and she does chat. Oh, that would be epic.
I have 4 children. So obviously we know Octavius is one. And then what are the twins' names?
Athena and Ophelia.
Okay, and then who's the 4th one?
Iris, my daughter.
Okay, and where's Iris right now?
A volunteer family started helping me because I had nobody to help me with Iris when I was in the hospital. And so the caseworker actually provided a church organization that has helped me with Iris. And so I see Iris every single day.
Okay. And where are you currently residing?
An apartment in Valpo.
Okay. And are there some conditions on that apartment?
I mean, that the only thing that's not allowed is kids over the age of 1 can't be here.
Okay. And when do you officially move into that apartment down in Knox?
Well, they just called me, so I might be able to move in sooner, but I was supposed to move in either Thursday or Friday.
Of this week?
Yes.
That's all I have for her, Your Honor.
Dad, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any other witnesses you wish to call, Ms. Pettigrew?
No, Your Honor.
Dad, did you have any other witnesses you wish to call?
No, Your Honor.
Let me hear argument, Ms. Solman.
Your Honor, this child has been placed with my client for the past 20 months. You heard from the DCS attorney that DCS is on board with us doing this, that it's going to be able to, kind of fix the problems that we've got here. It's going to give mom time to get back on her feet. Mom has had...
Jesus, Donald, I didn't even think about that. That thought never crossed my mind. Where are the fathers? I mean, there's one there who doesn't want to speak. Fine. But there's other fathers. I don't even know if he's the father to all 4. My guess is no. I don't know.
Some instability, and I think her getting back on her feet is going to be a little easier if she doesn't have all 4 of her children all at once when she's just starting a new job, just moving into a new apartment. The CASA and the caseworker both said that they believe it's in Octavius's best interest to stay with Miss Losi. Gavin is on board with Octavius staying with Miss Losi at this point. I believe that we've established that it's mom is not a fit placement for the child at this point. We have agreement from father. I believe that it's in the best interest of the child at this point to place him with Miss Losi.
Thank you. Dad, what do you think should happen?
I think he should be living with his grandmother.
Thank you. Mom, what do you think should happen with Octavius?
I think he should be able to come back home with me and his sisters.
But right now, that's not a possibility until you get the apartment in Knox, correct?
When I get to Knox, yes. In a few days, yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I say something?
You can ask your attorney if you... Anything?
No.
Based on the testimony, specifically the testimony from the Department of Child Services in Lake County, the CASA appointee from Lake County, dad and grandma, I understand what mom is wanting and mom is saying, but mom is not yet at a point where she has that stability. That may happen in the future, that may happen in a month, but it's not there now. this child has been placed with grandma for 20 months. The Department of Child Services, who has jurisdiction over the child concurrent with this court, agrees and says that grandma is the proper relative placement. And I think more importantly, that their recommendation is that Octavius remain in placement. So
they did talk about that. They said that he was a little inconsistent with his visits. He did his classes. He's not asking for them. Mom is asking for the child to come live with her. Dad is not asking for the child. Dad is saying just let the child live with grandma. Her mother, not his mother. He is doing stuff. Like he's trying to do what they want, but he's missing visits because he's sick and he's not being consistent. That's all we know about that.
The court will grant the relief requested. As far as custody, the child's best interest is served by staying with grandma at this time. We have services that are being provided. We have stability being provided. Custody is always subject to change. It's always something that can be reviewed. What I would do is when you look at all of the items I have to look at for custody under the statute, grandma right now is checking off all those boxes as far as his stability, his ability to still be around parents, his ability to thrive, the different steps that he's making, everything from having stable housing to potty training to everything else that he's supposed to be doing at this time. The custody placement will be with grandma. I think
grandma beat mom in court. Grandma beat mom. See, moms don't always just automatically get the children. Grandma just whooped mom in court. Kelly, what number is this? Like, I know that you've had this surgery many times before. What number is this one? Because each one, it gets a bit sketchier, doesn't it?
there should be supervised visits for the time being, as requested, and we'll set this for review about 4 or 5 months out so that we can see where mom's doing, we can see where dad's doing, and go from there. The DCS testimony may change as mom and dad's situations change, and then we'll have a chance to look at that. But
Indiana.
right now, I think his best interest is served by remaining with grandma. So that's what we're going to do. As I step out, please stay online, mom and dad stay here. My court report is going to find a review date, and it'll just be a 10-minute, 15-minute review about 5 months out. So
it's August 10th, a little too far out. We just
our calendar, what time?
3:45.
Okay. We're setting this in for August 10th at 3:45 p.m. In the meantime, if the Department of Child Services has a hearing and does something different, then they will obviously we'll find out about it. But right now, that's the date to be back here in this court for a review. If you fail to appear on that date, the review will take place whether you're here or not. Okay, Dad?
Yes, sir.
Mom?
Yes, sir.
All right. You guys have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Saul Matthews, you can put that in a form of order.
Of course you are.
T, that was so funny. That was hilarious. I cried when I watched that. All right, one more clip, guys. We're going back to Indiana. We're going from Indiana to Indiana.
602 PO 159. Go ahead and have a seat. Yeah, right there. Tiffany Chapman. Tiffany's not here. Let's take a look to see. To confirm good service. I'm going to ask if you'll raise your right hand with me, please. Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm, under penalties for perjury, that the testimony you're about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, ma'am. And I will show that Tiffany Chapman was served properly on February 27th and had notice that we'd be taking action on your petition for an order of protection. There was not an ex parte order issued, but you requested the hearing as part of filing for your petition. So I set that today so I could hear why you believe you need a petition for an order of protection, okay? Or why you have petitioned that. So will you start by stating your full name for the record, please?
Xavier Damian Batchelder.
And how do you know Miss Chapman?
She is the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend of my nephew.
Okay, and were you ever living with her?
No.
Like your nephew, and she didn't live with you or anything like that?
My nephew lived with me.
Your nephew
lived with me and my mother.
They live with you and your mother?
He did until recently.
But she did not?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so why are you asking for an order of protection against Tiffany then?
She has threatened to kill my mom. She's threatened to kill my niece, which is my nephew's daughter, so she's my great niece. She showed up on the property and with knives, trying to stab people. She's broken into my house at 5 o'clock in the morning, standing over people's beds. My mom's 81, and I'm fearful that I'm gonna walk in there and she's gonna be stabbed to death because she's threatened to do this multiple times. I have text messages where she's texted my mother saying that she was gonna kill her. And it's very unsafe for her to be able, I try not to get into people's drama and stuff because that's his relationship, but she's brought her stuff over to our house. She snuck into our garage, came into the great room, and was walking around the house at 5 o'clock in the morning, and was starting arguments with my nephew when he was asleep. And my mom gets up and she's in our house and she's threatened to kill her. So it just seems to be a very unsafe situation for her to be around.
Okay. Does she ever have anything to do with you at all? I mean, I know you live there and all the stuff is going on with your presence. Does she have any communication or say anything to you?
As in, like, she's going to harm me?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
For some reason, I've been left out of the situation, but I was the one that the police officers were in contact with, and I'm on mom's power of attorney, so I just kind of wanted to make sure that it got
Were you present for the events, though?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was not when she broke in, but for the events of where she's pulled up, and she was trespassing our property on the 10th of November because she had pulled a knife and was trying to stab my nephew.
And you watched that?
I did see part of it, the end part of it, and then she broke into my mom's house. When I say break in, she didn't break anything, but she came into the house without permission and was told to leave, and I had to come in and force her out of the house. Then we called the police, and she was trespassed from the property then, and I was hoping that would kill everything to where she...
Okay, so the police said you can't come back.
Yes,
and when
ma'am.
was this?
That was on the 10th of November, 2025.
Okay. And then so you still had more contact another time after that?
Yes, ma'am. On the 26th, she broke into my mom's house.
Were you there then?
I live on another part of the property. We have 5 acres. I live on the other part of the property, so I wasn't in the house when that happened.
Who was?
My niece and my mom.
Okay. Why don't you call them and they can testify about what happened. Which one first? Your mom? What's your mom's name?
Joyce Batchelder.
Okay. Miss Joyce.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to have a seat there next to your son, just that chair does roll, so just hold it steady for her. I'll let you testify right there at the table, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you'll raise your right hand, I'll swear you in, please.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm, under penalties for perjury, that the testimony you're about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. You can sit down right there, okay? That way you don't have to stand. All right, will you start by asking her to state her full name for the record? I'll let you question her.
Would you say your full name for the record?
Yes, Joyce Marie Batchelder.
Okay, and what questions? You want to ask her about the February 26th incident. What do you have? What questions do you want to ask her?
I didn't know I was going to be a prosecutor this morning. What happened with Tiffany breaking into the house, I suppose?
Well, I, of course, was asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she was not to be on my property, so I never thought about her being on my property. And I heard a big bang in my upstairs room, and I got up and went in the other room, and there she stood arguing with my grandson. So, of course, I was just like, whoa. And she had already been told by the police not to come on my property, which she had drove up to the property every day since then, but she didn't come on the property, so I wasn't worried about her coming on the property. But she's threatened to kill me, she's threatened to burn my house down, she's threatened to tell all kinds of stories about terrible things that I do. She's gotten on Facebook and told all kinds of terrible things that I do, and I don't do any of them.
Do you have any other questions for her?
I think that's
Okay, I have one. Did you notice that there was anything broke? Did you make any, was anything broke? Do you think she was allowed in?
No, I think she came in the back door, and the dog, I have a big dog, and it was barking, and so I was kind of starting to wake up, but then my granddaughter went out and looked in the great room and didn't see her, so she must have been hiding in the laundry room, and just came in freely.
And was your grandson there?
Yes.
Okay. Did he, do you know if he was aware? Did you ever notice that he knew she was there?
Well, they were evidently arguing upstairs because that's when I heard a crash up there, and then they all came barreling down the stairs, so yes, he knew she was there.
Yeah, any other questions based on the court's question?
He had told us that he did not.
So he could, if he's here to tell me, he can tell me, but he won't be able to tell me through you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Did you want to go ahead and call your niece?
Sure.
Okay. I'll have you come over here. Okay. You can stay there. You don't have to move. Watch your step, please. And I'll swear you in if you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalties for perjury that the testimony you're about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, go ahead and be seated right there. Will you start the same way? Ask her to state her full name for the record, please.
Will you state your full name for the record?
Sierra Marie Batchelder.
Okay.
And what happened the night that you found Tiffany in the house?
Will was barking, so I came downstairs because I was trying to sleep, and got her to go back to Grandma's room, and I looked in the great room, and I didn't see anybody. So I went back to sleep, and then a couple minutes later, woke back up, and I saw Tiffany and my dad and everybody arguing. And then after that, she kind of left.
Okay, so they argued, and then, did the police come that night, that day?
No, not right then, but later.
Later, okay. Okay, I'm sorry, did you have other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you. You can sit down. Was there anything else that you wanted to tell me? Watch your step.
I do have the text messages where she threatened to kill my mom and kill her.
And who was she texting?
Her, my mom, my mother.
Okay, did you have them printed out? I don't want to have to take the phone.
I did.
Why don't you tell me about when the text messages occurred? If you could do that.
Yes, ma'am. I have them pulled up right here.
And you might, it might be easiest since they came to your mom to recall your mother and ask her to tell us about when she received those messages.
Okay. I'm about as tech savvy as a person who's tech savvy.
Do your best.
I have the text, but I can't, it doesn't have any dates on it. I don't know how to. It just gives a time, it doesn't give the date.
Okay. All right. I don't know if your mother, you might ask her if she recalls at least the range of time when they were received.
Well, she sent me so many. I don't recall. I'm sure my grandson came to live with me in October, so it was from October till he left in just recently. But all these were in the beginning when she was. It just doesn't tell you a date, does
it? It says November 1st at 9:36 p.m.
Oh.
You see that?
Yeah.
So tell her that.
November 1st at 9:36 p.m. She said she was going to do all kinds of stuff. She's going to kill me, kill my grandson, kill her own son, and just ridiculous, in my opinion.
All right, anything else you want to tell me?
No.
All right. Anything else you want to say to the court about what your request is?
The only thing is, you know, my mom's 81. She shouldn't have to go through that, and I feel like with her, after we trespassed her, I thought that was gonna take care of it. But then when she broke into our house that day, it just scares me that, you know, my mom can't really fight her. And she does carry knives, and she has stabbed my nephew, I mean, countless times. I just fear for my mom's life that she'll come in there and kill my mom in her sleep, or kill my niece in her sleep. And so you know, that's not something I want to find, and it does scare me that she's going to do that, because she has the mentality that she would do it.
Thank you, Mr. Backelder. All right, I'm going to find that the evidence is commenced and concluded without her being here, but I think that it's sufficient evidence to support the finding that there is a credible threat to the safety of the members of the Backelder household, which is your mother's residence and your residence and your niece's residence. So to make sure that everyone's safe and that Ms. Chapman doesn't do something to harm them, I'm going to grant the order, and it will expire March 17th of 2028. Okay? So if you have any contact from her from this point going forward.
I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to lose. I thought he was going to lose this case because Tiffany doesn't threaten him. She never did any of this to him. She did it to his mom. She did it to his niece and their daughter, but not him specifically. And you know how these protection orders are. You have to show they actually did something to you. I thought he was going to lose, but I'm glad he did not lose.
In any way, through a text message or through a social media, all that's prohibited. She can't come around any of the places where you indicated in your petition. The residence, I don't know if you included anything else.
No, it was just
The residence. So she won't be able to come around there or commit any acts or threats of violence against you, communicate with you or harass you or disturb your peace in any way. And if she does, you call the police. Okay, that's all you need to do is just call the police. Sounds like the grandson, who's the person that she was making the contact with directly and most readily, that person's not in the home anymore. So I think that reduces the threat. This will further protect that any contact that was secondary, if she wanted to make a direct contact with your mother or with you or with your niece, that would all be prohibited action. Okay, so I'm going to get a copy of this. When she is served with this, the sheriff, if you've left a contact number like a cell phone or an email, they will.
He doesn't live there. He lives on the property he doesn't live in that house. They have a big property and he lives in a different house on the grounds house. But again, I'm glad she was like, yeah, you 2 years.
Notify you when the service has been obtained.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I'm guessing that she had a residence that we used to serve her.
She was in jail because she had come out to the house and trespassed.
Okay.
We called the police. We don't have video cameras, so because we didn't have it on video, we weren't able to show that she trespassed. So when they pulled her over, they arrested her for possession of marijuana, no registration, no license, some things of that nature.
Okay.
So she was in jail when I came down because the police officer said you need to go get an EPO out on her.
All right. So I don't know if she's still in jail. If she is,
No, she's not.
We'll make a note to serve her there. If not, we'll try to serve her.
They said that they had an address for her in jail.
At the location that she forwarded. Yeah, we'll try to use that location.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you'll be notified. So you can wait on your paperwork just for a few minutes today.
Okay.
And then you can be in contact with the sheriff to just confirm when service has occurred.
Okay.
That way you'll know. Okay?
Do we just wait here for
You can just be a few minutes. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, ma'am. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Good luck. PDO 32602, PO 143. Good morning, Ms. Hatler. Will you raise your right hand? I'll swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalties for perjury that the testimony you're about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Now we are taking up a petition that you had filed against Steve Hammond, who was served and knew that we were going to be taking up evidence in support of this. Were you still wanting to move forward with your petition?
Yes.
Okay. And the petition you filed was February 21st. He was served February 27th, and we set the court hearing for today. So I'd like to maybe just ask you to state your full name for the record, please.
Alicia Nicole Hadley.
And how do you know Mr. Hammond?
We dated for 4 years.
Okay. And did y'all ever live together?
Yes.
Okay. Did he live with you or you live with him?
I lived with him.
Did you move out?
Yes.
When did you do that?
Around October, I went to rehab, so I haven't been back since then.
You left in October of 2025?
Yes.
And you've not been back.
I went to get some belongings, but I haven't moved back into his residence.
Was that the end of the relationship, or did it cut off later?
It was kind of, it was the start of the end of the relationship.
Okay.
I started to notice behaviors that were bothering me. And I was trying to take my sobriety seriously. We were not good to each other. So it was like, I can't say exactly when the relationship ended, but at one point I did tell him to leave me alone. He showed up to my house unannounced.
Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you, Hedwig.
And from there, he started messaging friends, and that's when I went ahead and filed the EPO.
So maybe walk it back. So you went to rehab. Did you stay 30 days or so?
I've been in treatment for roughly 90 plus days.
Okay. 90 plus days.
No, this is the next case. This is what happened right after those people left. This is a different case.
Days, and then you started making notations of things in January. So between October and January, you were in treatment, approximately.
Yeah, I'm still in an IOP program, so I'm not inpatient right now. But the first time I went to rehab was really when it started, and that was in May of 2025. He came to visit, and he brought drugs into the rehab.
So, and then you referred to these things that happened in January. Now,
Yeah.
in January, had you still been living with him?
I went back to his house, but in January I was not living with him, no.
You were not.
No.
And but you were still in contact with them that you were okay about?
Yes.
Okay. And then at some point in January, because you didn't list dates, and so I was like a little
Shut up,
unclear.
JK. Thank you, JK. Thank you.
When I looked at your petition as to when things might have occurred, if it were closer to the beginning of the new year, if you guys decided that you weren't going to go anymore, or was it further along in January?
So what happened was he also went into treatment. He left January 1st, and I maintained contact with him after that for roughly a week. I saw him in person again. We got into an argument. I told him that I didn't want to get back in his car because he was making me uncomfortable. He gets angry. He squeezed my head in the Walmart parking lot and told me he was going to kill himself. And while that was very tame, it shook me up quite a bit. Excuse me. February 3rd, he contacted me again and made more suicide threats. I called the police in Clarksville. And that was around the time I told him he needed to stop contacting me. He had already shown up to my house. He had been sending packages to my house, with subtle threats that I can't prove are threats, but I know what they mean. He told me he was gonna hang himself in his closet, and he sent me a receipt with a diagram of his closet on it and stuff like that. So I called the police, and they went and did a wellness check on him, and I told him to leave me alone after that. I didn't want to talk to him. He continued to text me. He would send me videos of him burning my things that were at his house. He then started reaching out to my friends who aren't here. But I saw the messages, and he told them he was just being ugly to them, and because they were telling him to leave me alone too. That's when I filed the EPO.
So you filed that February 21st.
Yes.
So these things that you described were happening during February.
Yes. Yeah. And then after he was served the papers the day that he got them, he didn't acknowledge that he got them, but he was still texting me on text now.
What was he saying?
He was telling me that I needed to come get my stuff from his house, like just trying to solicit a response for me. And he told me that I was being crazy. He left voicemails like begging me to talk to him, and I mean it was nothing out of the way except for on Snapchat, which I don't have those messages because they were on Snapchat. They get deleted. Where he told me that he told his dad he was going to kill himself. It was going to be my fault. And
So you and your friends, to your understanding, were, or at least you were hoping that your friends were doing what they said they were doing,
yeah,
which was telling him to leave you alone.
correct.
You'd already filed for a petition, and he's still doing the same stuff that he had been doing before that.
Now, I may be out of order because I don't think that he threatened suicide after he saw the petition, but that was when he started just sending me all these messages about how I was being crazy, and I was basically, he was just telling me about myself from his perspective, I guess. But he didn't continue the erratic behavior, like showing up to my house and stuff. Like he was just reaching out to me in text messages with different numbers and calling and leaving voicemails.
Okay. And so what are you asking the court to do?
I feel like this is as much for him as it is for me. I just feel like we need to stay away from each other. And he's not listening to me when I told him to leave me alone. He knows where I live. So I feel like I need some sort of accountability here, and just like I don't know how to get him to listen.
So I can grant this for up to 2 years.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if that's something, I mean, I know you're new in sobriety and I don't know where he's at, but I don't know if it's something that...
The judge is hesitant because she doesn't think this is going to stick. Like she thinks the woman in front of her is going to change her mind.
You're asking to be done for up to 2 years? Do you know?
That's my sponsor. She said yeah.
You think so? You think you would feel more confident in the whole everything and your own safety and well-being if you had it granted for 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Yeah, actually, I know him as Steve. His legal name is Steven. I didn't do that on purpose. There's an N at the end of his name. I feel like that's important.
But it's a V-E-N?
Yes, yeah. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. And do you have a good address for him?
2104 Pencover Road.
That's pretty redundant, Dee. All women are really crazy. You can just say women.
Should be the address he was served at.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to show that we heard it in his absence, but he knew to be here, and he just didn't. And so we're going to grant the order for protection, and I think the evidence supports it. I'm going to grant it for 2 years, so it'll expire March 17th of 2028. I think you included in here, let me see. Yeah, and I didn't see any other addresses that you included. So I'll include any workplace or where you're living as a protected location. He's not to communicate with you through any of the numbers or any of the social or in person or through anybody. Okay? He's not to threaten or commit any acts or threats of violence against you or come around your work or your home. And that will be good for 2 years. If you have any contact from him at all, and I'd keep this order that I'm going to give you today on your person. Okay, so that way you could easily, if there's a situation that would erupt, you could easily show the police that you have this and that it's good, and they could verify it very quickly. Okay, so it's important that you do that, and that you let your sponsor and whomever you're around know that you have this too. Okay. And then call the police if anything shakes up. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, sorry.
That's okay. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
All right. Do you know if he has any firearm?
I know that he used to. I'm not sure that he still does. His family may. I know that he used to have a firearm.
All right, he's going to be prohibited from possessing any firearms. So I don't know if he does have anything to turn in. But do you know what kind of firearm it was?
I don't.
You don't know. Was it a handgun or was it a hunt gun?
I remember that he had like a hunting gun, like a pellet gun, and then he also used to have like a small handgun, but I'm not sure that he still does. Like, I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, he might not. And so in that respect, I'm just going to make sure that he's aware that he is prohibited through this order from possessing any firearm. And he would be prohibited for the entire time of this order. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for me at this time?
I don't think so. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this order prepared for you so you'll have it today. And then he'll be served. If you've left your contact information with the sheriff's department, they'll be able to notify you, do that contact whenever he is served. Okay. There are representatives from the Center for Women and Families here today, so they might reach out to you to talk about some other things that you can do, and they can assist you with to help with your safety. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
2 years. 2 years. I don't know if she's gonna break that. The girl, it's like she had, which is good that she did. She looked to her sponsor to be like, "Are we sure I'm doing this? Are we sure?" So, you know, I don't. She wasn't firm in her conviction, and the judge sort of felt that too. But you know, her sponsor is there to help her, so maybe the sponsor will help her through the 2 years and keep the no contact. I mean, it's better that you just stay away from people that you know is not good for you. Period. So, if you're here for court, it's over. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Guys, you know that lady I posted a couple days ago, the crazy one? Her warriors found my videos. I should keep them, but I didn't. I've been zapping comments. Zapping comments. Yesterday, it was they're posting all their nonprofits and hers and saying how she is a righteous warrior. You gotta cut people out. You gotta cut people out that are no good for you, people. All right. Thank you. Guys, I'll see you. I will not see you tonight. I know yesterday morning I said we're going to have 2 streams today, but all week I said we won't. Will you stop scratching? Because I work tonight. So, no stream tonight. Sorry. I wish I had a GoPro. Oh, that'd be so fun. But I'll see you tomorrow morning. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. And, Kelly, we're gonna be thinking about you the entire time on Thursday. All right, so try to relax. You're in good hands. Doctors in Houston. Austin, you're in Austin. You're not in Houston. Maybe you should go to Houston for this. No, you're fine. You're fine in Austin. You guys got some good doctors down there. You do. So, no, I wish I could take you, V. I wish I could take you to work. I'm telling you, you would have a great time with me. But they would fire me. Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At court 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At court vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. Her cases are new with a twist or two. I really like them, I believe you will too. A little lifeline passed along in rhyme. Why don't you join us? It's a guaranteed good time. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At court vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcoming place. And so in